This time is extremely different because we're seeing things that we've never seen before. Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. Diving right into this market update here, taking a look at this article. $160,000 Bitcoin could be a conservative price target according to a trader that called the 2022 bear market. There are more than one person. I'm not the only one that called the 2022 bear market, okay? Just to preface that. Looking here at a trader pretty much saying that Bitcoin at $160,000, should we see a continued parabolic run, is quite a conservative based off of this comparison. So taking a look here at what he's comparing it to and utilizing what it looks like to be a channel on a lower time frame, looks to be a channel, and really pretty much stating that if it crosses that median point, if you can see here the orange line that's going across this median, and it's almost around the current price, currently is pretty much saying that Bitcoin could in fact hit major numbers, okay? Major numbers. So you know, if it hits the top of the channel anywhere near that, that could even be around 200,000 in comparison. So pretty much here, you know, utilizing this this indicator to pretty much line up and predict what is a possibility. Of course, nothing's guaranteed. You know, right here he's saying if Bitcoin manages to turn the old all-time high of 69,000 into a new support, then this reaccumulation range idea would be invalidated, because price will be ready for expansion into price discovery. If, however, Bitcoin isn't able to turn 69,000 into support before the halving, this reaccumulation range could become a reality and would in line with historical price tendencies around the halving. So love what we're seeing here. A ton of bullish speculation, and I think overall the idea is Bitcoin is still undervalued even at its all-time high, okay? Even at this 69, 70,000, you know, these new all-time highs is making, still undervalued. So definitely a ton of opportunity, because let's say you're not accumulating Bitcoin. Let's say you're just altcoin only. This is bullish for altcoins as well. Like, think about it. If Bitcoin goes to 150,000, where do you think Ethereum's going? Bitcoin goes to 150,000. Ethereum should be 10 to 15,000. Should be. Okay. So even just looking at the comparison here. So let's look at the comparison right here. 69,000. So let's say Bitcoin 3x's. Okay. That will put Ethereum at about $10,000 a clip. Okay. Conservatively, because you know, if it conservatively, I think it could be 10 to 15K a clip. And the same thing goes for these altcoins. Like XRP is number 6, okay, on coin market cap. Do you really think XRP, through all the adversity XRP is going through, do you really think XRP is going to only be $1 if Bitcoin reaches 150,000? Like, it's really just basic math, like if-then scenarios. And you can even pull out where they're at now. Like, if you pull out a calculator, you could even just go based off of solely what prices are now. You can do solely off of that. So, you know, even if you have this notion that Bitcoin, let's say Bitcoin 3x's, okay? Bitcoin goes to, you know, 3x from 69 is 207. Okay, let's say 3x. We know one day Bitcoin's going to be 207. Okay, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Okay, and just based off of that, Bitcoin 3x is, let's say XRP does the same thing, and we know that's not the case. That puts XRP at 189 just off of that alone. Well, you know, altcoins produce more gains than Bitcoin will. So Bitcoin 3x's, you can count on, you can 9 times out of 10 count on these other altcoins doing 10, 15x in a lot of scenarios, you know. And of course you have like the Dogecoins of the world that are just going to explode out of this water out of nowhere. So I do think that this is an exciting time to be in crypto, and I do think that it is just the beginning. So we take a look at Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin did make a higher low point as it stands right now. Okay, going to the weekly time frame, we see here that, you know, Bitcoin really is just sitting around the same range and has not made a new all-time high, right? Hasn't made a new all-time high, which is okay. You know, we're okay with that. Didn't make a new high, but you know, did not break that neckline, but broke the top neckline. Didn't break the bottom level, that which we were waiting for that. Like, I'm like, look, if it breaks, we're gonna have a problem. Caught a lot of slack for that, but we're gonna have a problem. If it breaks below, which was this right here, if we broke below there, I was like, look, that's not a good look. And we ended up clearing above, which is clearing this neckline above, which is great. But now it's like, all right, let's make new all-time highs. That's how we should be moving. But right now it's not. So, and like I said, it's just the daily time frame right here. We go to the weekly, we see similar behavior. And we just, you know, we're still in that overbought range again for the week. So I'm paying attention to that, but not as much, because I know the accumulation factor of this, and we're pre-halving. But like I said before, guys, like, this time is different. This time is extremely different because we're seeing things that we've never seen before. We have an ETF approval. Okay. We have massive amounts of Bitcoin being accumulated by institutions. Okay. So with that being said, I think we need to, you know, look at the conditions of the market that we haven't seen before, and be okay with things not happening spot on that have happened that we've seen in other market cycles, right? So, you know, I think things may rhyme, but I don't think it's going to be as spot on as we've seen it before, which is really what we've been able to call. But like, oh, this happened before. This is the same, because it was pretty much the retail investors. It was the same sentiment, right? With the institutions in the game, I just think we're in for a different type of patterns that we're going to see. So taking a look at Ethereum doing the same thing as Bitcoin, similar, just hanging around this range. Only thing different is Ethereum didn't clear its all-time high, and which is okay. You know, altcoins really didn't moon yet. They did some good movement, but nothing significant we have seen yet. So I think the best is yet to come as we look at as we continue to look at what's going on here. So that was Bitcoin. This is Ethereum. So waiting for an all-time high to clear. Going to HBAR, looking at HBAR, and refresh this real quick for HBAR, and we see HBAR has been trying to just you know, really make a new high. Not really an all-time high. We're not really there yet, but continuing to make a new high in the short term. But, you know, spiking up to make that new higher high, get to about 15, and just finding a level, just difficulty, to be honest with you. And the potential is there. I definitely believe in HBAR, especially look at this cliff it fell off of. Like, this cliff, oh my goodness, went from 24 cents down to 5 cents in maybe 30 days, a little bit over 30 days. So like, I want to say 6 weeks or so. 6 weeks, like, fell off a cliff. So now it's really just rebuilding now. You can see in the price action, just rebuilding. And, you know, I think HBAR has all the potential in the world. And that's why we still talk about it here on the channel, because HBAR is not given the credit I think it deserves with the performance that it has, with the backing that it has, with the science that it has. It's pretty much aligned with Cardano, in my opinion, when it comes to the steps and the way they do things and how the science behind the project that really isn't talked about. So I'm excited to see how HBAR continues to dominate, you know, when it comes to, you know, strategic partnerships. So now I'm pretty much waiting now for those strategic partnerships to really bring value on the back end for token utilization to ultimately add value in the marketplace and ultimately in the price, because I do think HBAR does belong within the top 15. I'm not going to say top 10, even though I want to say top 10. Just to preface this, I want to say top 10. Okay. I do want to say top 10, but conservatively, I'm going to say top 15. Because I do think that HBAR can compete pound for pound with Avalanche. HBAR can compete pound for pound with Tron. HBAR can compete pound for pound with, of course, Dogecoin. But the market share isn't showing that yet. So definitely am bullish on HBAR long term, and I'm excited to see how everything plays out, guys. So hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. See you soon.